It's human nature. We get so busy with life that we become accustomed to all the barriers that begin to surround us. These barriers prevent us from living the life we otherwise would. Pretty soon they become normal, and although we dream of the day that those barriers no longer exist, many of us don't realize that we actually choose to live with them. At Syntek Global, we want you to know that you do in fact have a choice, and we're going to show you how simple that choice can be. Perhaps your barrier is financial. The paycheck never seems to be enough money for the month, and you have trouble even saving a little.
Before Syntek Global, I was a poor college student living in the city, couldn't pay the bills. I was going to school full-time. I also worked for my dad, and then I was also bagging groceries. So yeah, it was pretty difficult. I needed a solution. So I was, open-minded to an opportunity. I needed something to get me out of the situation that I was in.
Everyone at work got their hours cut. I still had a job, and I was grateful for that, but I didn't make enough to cover our bills.
Maybe your barrier is time. There is simply not enough of it to do everything you have to do, not to mention all that you know you should be doing, or all those things you just plain want to do. It feels impossible to find balance.
When I look at most dads, and even myself before Syntek Global, you just don't have that freedom to be with your family and your kids on a regular basis. It was great, I was making a lot of money, but no freedom to be with my family.
Or perhaps you don't feel like you have the skills or education you need to get the life you want. Your barriers are anything that keeps you from living the life you want to live. At Syntek Global, we believe in something that too many people have given up on. We believe in a life that is enjoyed rather than endured. We believe that doing what you really want to do without the inhibiting stresses of life, like money and time restrictions, can in fact be a reality. We challenge what the world says we cannot do, what the world tries to tell us is not possible. Here at Syntek Global, we redefine what is considered the norm because we believe in living life without those barriers.
I was living in a life surrounded by barriers, and I, like most people, didn't even realize it. All I knew was that something wasn't right. See, I used to be a corporate executive. I spent 13 years working at large corporations, and the truth is that although I liked my job, I hated being forced to leave my home and my kids every day to go to the office. I was having tremendous success in my career. I was climbing the ladder. I should have been happy, right? Except for I wasn't. I was succeeding at work, but I felt like I was failing at home, and that was the one thing that mattered most to me, my family. I realized I had to make a change. I knew there had to be a way to escape the barriers I was surrounded by. I challenged what everyone else said was normal or what I was supposed to do, and I discovered that I could escape those barriers, that I could have my own kind of normal, that I could put my priorities first and still have massive success. That's when I discovered Syntek Global, and the last 5 years of my life have been an amazing adventure.
We understand you may be tired of waking up thinking today is just another day. We know that you don't want to live to work, you want to work to live. You can choose, like thousands of people have, to live your life without the barriers that are holding you back. So now, we want to show you how to do it. To take your family to Disneyland in the off-season if you want, to travel the world if you want, or buy that dream home, to be at every child's soccer game and class party. Whatever it is, you can choose to make it happen. Think about this. Everyone understands that if you take a need in the world and find a good solution to that need, you can make success happen. So what are two of the biggest needs in our world today? You hear about them every day. A good income despite a struggling economy and the high cost of fuel. I could give you statistics about how many people are in need of more money these days and how many millions of people buy fuel and how many trillions of dollars are spent, but I think I would be wasting our time because you already know how big of a necessity fuel is and how many people are barely able to buy it because they're already just squeaking by in the first place. What you may not know is that there is a way you can profit from it, while at the same time allowing people to earn life-changing income. What if you could offer people a way to save money every time they filled up their tank, no matter where they are? Europe, Africa, Australia, the US, and everywhere in between. Well, you can. If you haven't heard about it already, let me introduce you to Xtreme Fuel Treatment. We call it XFT for short. It's a standalone fuel treatment with a 25-year track record of success and mounds of test data to back it up. For many years, billion-dollar companies have been using it in their million-dollar pieces of equipment. And since its introduction to the general public a few years ago, billions of miles have been driven through millions of hours by everyday drivers. Whether it's being used in cars, trucks, boats, lawnmowers, or home generators, this highly effective, patented product does four main things. It saves people money on fuel, reduces harmful emissions, prolongs the working life of the engine, and increases horsepower and performance. This is where you come in. You have the opportunity to start your own home-based business where you can help people save money on their fuel and remove the barriers in your life at the same time.
When I first heard about this, I thought, not another one of those home-based businesses. But what I didn't understand was how huge this opportunity really is, and you may not either. There was over $167 billion that was generated over the past year through home-based business. Now, if you compare that with the NFL, which made about $9.7 billion, you can start to get a feeling of how much money is really being paid out. Then there's over 16 million people who have quit or retired from the work that they were doing, and now they just simply cash checks from this industry. I'm one of them, and you can be too. And also think about the other big benefits you can get beyond the income, like the over 400 potential tax write-offs you can get just from having your own home-based business.
Let's just pause and say, like anything in life, you will get out of it what you put into it. I'm not introducing some get-rich-quick idea. This is a business, but a business that is doable and proven. All you have to do is open your mouth. Just share and earn. Now, any business is more fun when you do it with others, and this business is no different. Imagine working with people who are already taking control of their lives, all working together for a life without barriers. So if you're the kind of person that wants to bless the lives of others by helping them recognize that they too have a choice to live their life on their own terms, then take a good look at what's coming next. There are so many people that have already changed their lives with Syntek Global. We've created systems, patterns, and a simple plan for you to follow for success. From day one, you will begin to learn the skills necessary to succeed, and you will always know exactly what to do and how to do it. Whether you want to make $500 a month or $500,000 a month. Let's talk for a minute about a very realistic place to start. With only 10 hours a week, $500 a month. Let me ask you this. What would an extra $500 every single month do for you? $500 per month applied on debt every month could get you debt-free. $500 a month could go toward future expenses like braces, college, or retirement. Or $500 a month could be the difference between having the Christmas you actually want instead of the Christmas you can afford. Now I want to explain how surprisingly simple it is to earn $500 a month with Syntek Global. Say you get started today and you find 4 other people who want to break through what's holding them back. When they join your team, you get a $50 bonus every single month. When you teach at least 2 of them to earn $50, you get paid a $500 bonus every month for as long as they continue actively participating. $500 a month is a great starting place, but it doesn't have to stop there. When you help those 2 people push to make their $500 bonuses themselves, you now make $1,500. This is not a one-time bonus. It is a bonus that is paid every single month, again and again, for as long as they remain actively participating. Keep in mind that all I'm doing is telling you about the bonuses. This doesn't even take into account the actual commissions on your business activity. So in reality, if you're earning these bonuses, you would naturally be making more than that. I just wanted to give you a vision of how simple it is to build a team and create the kind of income that works for you after you've worked for it. It's important that you recognize that this income is residual. That is the most powerful form of money you can make because it doesn't trade time for money, and time is at a premium for everyone. Residual income pays you every single month, even after the physical work is done. Once you've spent your time once, it pays you over and over again. When you don't always have to trade your time for money, it frees up your time to do what you want with it. If you're a numbers person, then you'll really like this next little bit. If you're not, then just stick with me to see the full scope of this opportunity. In addition to bonuses, remember, you earn commissions on everything that both you and your team build. So let's give you a hypothetical example of what kind of money you could make. If you have 4 people on your team, even if you made only an average of $5 per month per person from commissions, then you'd make $20 per month or $240 per year. Because it's residual, it keeps paying. But what happens if your team starts to grow? Like in month 4 when you have 250 people on your team at an average of $5 per month per person. you'd be making $1,250 per month, or $15,000 a year. Just understand that as your team grows, this income projection will increase. So the $1,250 a month is only the minimum for this example. Now, the crazy part is we're only talking about 1 year, but your income doesn't stop after 1 year. It's residual. As long as they continue to use the product, you continue to get paid. So let's say you got paid that amount for even 5 years. That's $75,000 you earned off a one-time effort. So think about it. If you could make $75,000, how many people could you talk to and simply ask the question, if I could show you how to make an extra $500 a month, would you be interested? That's like getting paid thousands of dollars for every conversation you have. I bet if you were offered a few $1,000s for every person you talk to, you could probably talk to a lot of people. It is that simple.
I was surprised with how simple it is to do this business. I thought it would be complicated, but it was straightforward and simple.
You don't have to be a salesperson. We will teach you what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. You just have to follow our simple, basic system that's already been proven to succeed with thousands of others.
Having a system is what makes things simple. Think about your favorite fast food restaurant. They sell millions and millions of dollars worth of food without a single salesperson. How do they do that? They just ask you a question. Do you want a drink with your meal? Do you want to add that into a combo meal? They ask you a simple question and allow you to respond. If you can do the same thing, you can succeed in this business. You can create monthly income. You can create debt-reducing income, empowering income, income replacing income.
So what do you have to do? It's even simpler. You just have to tell people. That's right, it's an invitation and nothing more. You are put into a team who's already inviting and a system that teaches you how to master the skills. And then you go and invite. Not force, not sell, simply invite. We know the system works. It's already been proven. What does it take to get started? What would you pay to tap into a proven business model and open a traditional retail franchise? You'd be looking at hundreds of thousands of dollars just to start. For our replicated system, where you don't have to manage inventory, payment, or delivery of product, we do that all for you. You're not going to pay $100,000 or even $10,000. You'll pay only around $700 US. And if that isn't good enough, because Syntek knows that we are in a tough economic environment, they have split that into 2 payments, and you only have to pay approximately $350 plus your local taxes and shipping now. The rest you can pay at a later date. Now, let's set some clear expectations. Syntek Global is a world-class company and a world-class team that you're becoming part of. We are moving forward very quickly, and we will move forward with or without you. We invite you to recognize the choice before you and join us. You might be asking yourself, can I do this? Can you share ways to simplify people's lives that in turn makes them money? Can you ask people the question, if I could show you a way to make an extra $500 per month, would you take a look at it? Then you can do this. Perhaps you're asking yourself if you can afford it. Let me ask you a question. Can you afford not to? You're worth more than that. You are worth more than a subpar future. You deserve to live your life, not endure a life without satisfaction. Just remember that in this life, your outcome is merely a series of events and how you react to them. Either tomorrow is going to be exactly the same as it was today, with no hope of making it better, or tomorrow is going to be bigger and better than today with the promise that any moment, anything can happen. The choice is yours.